Tommy knows this area.
Oh, fuck that.
Well, I'm sorry. I trust him better than I trust myself.
Stop with the bullshit. What are you so afraid of? That I'm gonna end up like Sam? I can't get infected. I can take care of myself.
How many close calls have we had?
Well, we seem to be doing all right so far.
And now you'll be doing even better with Tommy.
Not her, you know.
What?
Maria told me about Sarah.
Ellie?
And
You are treading on some mighty thin ice here.
I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel. But I have lost people too.
You have no idea what loss is.
Everyone I have cared for has either died or left me. Everyone fucking except for you. So don't tell me that I would be safer with someone else, because the truth is I would just be more scared.
You're right. You're not my daughter. And I sure as hell ain't your dad.
Yo, what's up y'all, it's your boy and your host Yashano itself. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the part of the channel that we talk about your latest games. This part of the channel we give you an honest and an unbiased thought about your latest title. Today we are going to talk about the latest of Naughty Dog itself, The Last of Us Part 1 Remake. Is it truly a remake or is it a remaster? Honestly, there's a very blurry line right there with this title. So today we're going to talk about the nitty and gritty about this title. Is it any worth calling it a remake, and is it actually worth for you as a gamer itself and a consumer for you to buy this game for a full price of €70 or $70, depends on the part of the world you are. The Last of Us Part 1 Remake, and yes, what it's called right now, is the latest AAA masterpiece from Naughty Dog for the PS5. It takes advantage of the features and the graphics of this powerful console, and is something that's truly significant for the PS5 community. And so it is a form of a remake, and not just a resolution upscaled of a beloved franchise. And that's something that's already, in a certain form, already bothers me. But we'll come to that very shortly. Now, as a gamer and a consumer, the last time I personally played The Last of Us was in 2013. Back in the days, I was already fully engaged and in love with this beautiful story. Even though in my young mind I can truly fully apprehend the pain and the loss of Joel, now, as a young adult, I can truly apprehend and understand his pain. When I was young, the only thing I was interested in was killing zombies. In 2013, Naughty Dog brought us and a gaming community a surprising release, an immersive partial open world adventure game that's called The Last of Us. This game swept the gaming community by storm, by immersive storytelling, innovative gameplay, and engaging combat. A year later, in 2014, Naughty Dog brought a remaster of the same beloved franchise, but with the upscaled graphics for the PS4 console. Just a little bit later, in 2014, the PS4 port came out. Now we could even play this game in a 4K resolution. Now fast forward in September 2022, we are a little bit in a generation of a remake and remaster. Naughty Dog and Sony PlayStation brought us again a relaunch of the same game, but according to them, rebuilt completely from the grounds up, using the power of the PS5 system, based solely for the PS5 community, even though 80% of the world population still doesn't have a PS5 yet. But here we are. Is it necessary? No. But to a certain extent, it truly proven me wrong. So what is actually a remake by definition itself? Simply put, if you ask something to be remade, you ask someone to remake it again, especially in a way that is better than before, that by definition is a remake. It's often, sometimes a movie for example that's been remade, and is often maintain the same story and often the same title as well than it was before. The best example, for example, is a Kurosawa The Seven Samurai cried and remade out of a western, hence the Magnificent Seven. The remade is actually a rebuild from the grounds up with a new and improved mechanics. So what is a remaster then, you may ask yourself? A remaster by definition refers himself to the change of quality, of sound, or even image of both previously created recordings, either audiophonic, cinematic, or even videographic. And this is where the blurry line becomes very blurry with The Last of Us. Why? Because The Last of Us feels pretty much how I remember it back in the days in 2013, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. In a lot of ways, the PS5 creates a very thin blurry line between a remake and a remaster, overhauling the original in almost in all areas, without tingling too much and what made the original game so great. That means not a lot of immediate changes that you will see will be automatically noticeable, especially if you're just a casual gamer. But if you put the games side to side from the PS3 or even the PS4 version, there is undoubtedly a significant difference, and it's definitely the best version of this game you can play. As a fellow gamer itself, if I ask you honestly which is the game that you think first of all that is a remake but has done perfectly, the most of you will say Resident Evil, Final Fantasy VII. But for me, as a Souls gamer, my very first start to a remake masterpiece is Demon Souls Remake, a game that has been perfectly balanced within maintaining the integrity of the old classic which I fell in love with, bringing it into a brand new coat, beautiful imagery, exciting music, with a little tweak of combat that still remained fresh for the newer gamers within the franchise. And that's something that The Last of Us also do extremely well. Unlike some other remake and remasters, this one truly feels like there has been put a right amount of love, the care it needed. Of course, there's a lot of little things I truly hope it added into the game itself, like the combat mechanics from Last of Us 2. That's very intriguing and immersive, where you can hide between every hook, nook and bush, where you can interact with your surrounding to outsmart your enemies. But even that, with those small little things that is not integrated into the game itself, this game truly brought me in. It sucked me back in. But of course, like every single gamer out there, I was shocked just for the pure pricing of this beautiful game. I do understand as well that every single person's wallet and priority is completely different than my own. I personally, as a gamer, as a person, I really don't care about it. I know for a fact for a lot of people that is something that is truly important. But someone like me, who wants the game right away, I just couldn't wait. I do understand a lot of people wants to wait for it for as the game comes out for a sale. Even the other gamers who truly wants that this game is only be sold as €5 or $5, 1 cent, name it. But the reality is, as a small content creator, I didn't get any early access review like the other big channels. But just for the pure love of the franchise and because I was intrigued to see what they made out of it, I bought it. And I have to say, the bottom line, it doesn't matter if you're a hardcore fan or you're waiting for a sale, The Last of Us Remake is a very good game. And it is definitely the best version of this game that you can play, of this beautiful cult classic. And I would say, if you never played this game ever before, I would say consider yourself extremely lucky that this is your very first version of this beautiful game for you to enjoy. First of all, let's talk about the visuals, because that is the most important thing that ever comes to a remake, is the visual aspect. If this game truly looks as stunning as it's supposed to be in the next generation. Now if it comes to The Last of Us, you can play with a steadfast resolution mode of 4K and 30 frames per second, a little bit above. Or you can go for a performance mode with a still respectable resolution but with a locked 60 frames per second. But interestingly enough, you also have the choice to choose for an unlocked frame rate for both models, and that's something what I took, because I had a hardware that can back it off. But I think at this point, for a game that had aged so well and been out for so long, performance mode was given. It is really the details that really the overhaul of the game that truly impressed me the most. What I think ultimately truly drew me back in and made me stick into the game. From the environments that look simply stunning, even though the layouts aren't the most complex one compared to The Last of Us 2, but the art style was simply amazing. There were tons of new details that was worth experiencing for the first time, from the dense foliages for more details into your desks, the cluttering inside complete different wall structures, the lightning that flourishes, the reflections, the glowing waters, the little tweaks and the palettes, or the atmospheric effects are simply cool. There were nothing in here that would truly offended me in an artistic way. The feel that you had if you played it for the very first time in 2013 or 14 is maintained and even improved in all aspects. The game has already had a ton of stunning sceneries, empty neighborhoods, crumbling cities, overgrown buildings, all the way to sunken cities, beautiful mountain areas. They are simply better here. Just from the start of it, if you play the very first game and you enter into this game for the very first time, you can see the visual aspect of this game is simply amazing. And to put every single thing above it, the cherry on the top, is the redone character models. To be honest, I played this game for the story. The Last of Us has one of the most immersive story ever made in gaming history. And to add it with stunning visuals, photorealistic characters design, incredible acting performances from even the background character that suddenly looked stunning. They came from zero to hero. I just can say wow, truly wow. For more than once, and I was truly anticipating for every single cutscene. Every single cutscene was simply amazing. From the smaller details you can see in the twinkling of the eyes of Joel of any single character, and how it's been portrayed in this game was simply insane, absolutely insane. And the way they done it, the way they remade it was completely a work of art. Let me try to put this into a context. The Last of Us as a game was created around the idea of a deadly disease that turned people into mindless zombies. But the story itself is not about the runners, the clickers, or the bloaters. No. It's much more. It's not about the infected. As you can see, as you will be ending the first act of the game itself, the moment you arrive for the first time in Billtown is truly infected with all sorts of infections, from clickers to bloaters to runners, just name it. Once you pass yourself to the graveyard, the schoolyard, and all this different form of mass killings of the infected, and the seamlessly unkillable bloaters, at the very end of it, these infected doesn't seem so dangerous anymore. As a player, you go over the fear of all these monsters very fast and very early. Even the last stretch of the first act doesn't seem so scary anymore, but it's just before the last bit of the first act. You come across into a house where your friend Bill and Ellie, where you see a man hanging himself, which you will realize the same man has bites all over himself. And that point becomes extremely clear. He didn't want it to turn, so he killed himself. But the thing that set the motion and set the feeling and explained very clearly what the Last of Us is truly about is the interaction between Joel and Billy and that scene itself.
He's got bites. Here. And
I reckon he didn't want to turn, so he...
yeah, I guess not.
That scene and this scene explain very clearly what The Last of Us is truly about. This is the moment we truly understand and see the echoes going all the way back to the very opening of the game itself, when Joel lost his daughter. The Last of Us isn't about the infected or the billions of dead, or even the surviving are able to survive. It's about the survivors themselves. Most important is about Joel and Ellie and their relationship, how it goes forward. Their work on lives, how they find themselves to heal each other and heal each other's pain. Joel's journey is a dynamic one. It starts from Joel not caring one single lick about Ellie.
This was 3 weeks. I was bitten an hour ago and it's already worse. This is fucking real, Joel. You've got to get this girl to Tommy's. He used to run with this crew. He'll know where to go.
No, that was your crusade. I am not doing that.
Yes, you are. Look, there's enough here that you have to feel some sort of obligation to me, so you get her to Tommy's.
To this.
Stop!
Fucking touch me!
It's me! It's me! It's me! Look! It's me.
He tried to...
Oh, baby girl. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh.
You don't
And it starts from Ellie trying to hurt Joel to this.
Let her go.
Everyone I have cared for has either died or left me. Everyone fucking except for you. So don't tell me that I would be safer with someone else, because the truth is I would just be more scared.
Simply magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. From the immersive, beautiful level design, from all the way to the real-time cutscenes, replacing the pre-rendered ones from the original game. That means you will get a smoother and more seamless transaction between gameplay and cinematics. You add all of that with a dynamic combat system and a system that is very smooth, with an AI system that is truly engaging and interacts with you with the different form of circumstances, and real-time upgrading system like in Last of Us 2. Now in The Last of Us 1, if you upgrade your weapon, you can see it in real time how it's been upgraded. Just in generally, The Last of Us 1 is a true proper remake of a masterpiece itself. And for those who are looking for that replay value, there is a brand new speedrun mode that has been integrated into the PS5 activity mode, with plenty of game modifications, new skins for Ellie and Joe, different form of artwork for you to enjoy, new and old. The thing is about The Last of Us, even though with all these amazing changes and visual aspect and audio aspect for you to enjoy, a different way to interact with this beautiful world, €70 or $70, depends on which part of the world that you are in, is a bit too much. And for me personally, even though it is a beautiful game, it is a very interactive game, I still find $70 a little bit too much of a price to pay for a game that's already been in a cooking pot, already had a base made for long way before. That is a bit too much to ask for the gamers and the consumers, as a bit greedy of PlayStation and Naughty Dog. It is still a very beautiful game, and I did enjoy playing it. And I want to thank every single one of you guys for chilling with me all the way to the end of all this secondary review within my channel itself. And hopefully you guys did enjoy yourself, and hopefully you guys did appreciate it. My thought, my feedback of this masterpiece, an endless classic that is The Last of Us. If you have any form of questions, you can always reach me on Discord, Twitch, and of course any other social media pages you will find linked on my YouTube page with one click button away. You will directly come yourself on the representative page. Because I'm a young content creator, I'm new to the streaming business. I always like to ask, don't not forget to press a like, you comment down below, and subscribe yourself to the channel, because it truly helps me grow. It helps me grow my algorithm, it helps me grow as a content creator. Your feedback, it truly lets me see on what I need to work on. Then my content of course is appreciated, and of course your likes really helps my channel grow and reach other echelons and other players itself, and just move forward in the YouTube algorithm. I will say once again, thank you so much for chilling with me, and hopefully I can see you all on the next Let's Play, walkthrough, and eventually on the next review. I'm your host, Yasha Lord itself, also known as Memno. I'll still stay safe out there, be good to one another. See you next time. One love, always. Peace.
Give it on back to Tommy. I'm gonna hang on to this fella, if that's alright with you. Go on, don't make me repeat myself.
What are you doing?
Your wife kinda scares me. I don't want her coming after me.
Sorry for stealing your horse.
Well, come back to town. Let's discuss it at least.
You know me, my mind's all made up. University, Eastern Colorado. How do I find this lab?
It's in the science building. Looks like a giant mirror. You can't miss it.
You take care of that wife of yours.
There's a place for you here. You know?
You good?
I'm good.
Adios, little brother.